Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Friday, August 4th, 2017. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. The NFP report number just came out, up 209,000 for the NFP report. So right now, the market's just now reacting to that. Again, we've had very tightly coiled price action this entire time, this entire week. A couple of weeks heading into this number, and now we're finally seeing the early move off of this number. Right now, just kind of pushing to the highs a little bit here. Overall, what I've talked about was this is the key range to watch here, Thursday's range. Outside of that range will likely spark a nice move. The first test outside the range, if it's rejected, look to fade it in the opposite direction, or if this side is rejected, look to fade it back up. Overall, this thing continues trending higher, and at some point we will see expansion from this range. So right now, NFP report out, up 205,000 jobs for last month, July. So we'll see how that plays out here in the markets. On an intraday basis, just right now, if you look, the market has been quietly pushing up. The ES has been quietly pushing up throughout the day. So from the low here, this is the overnight low, that's 67.75. We've quietly pushed higher this entire time, reaching a high of 75.75. So a nice continuation to the upside so far. Very, very strong, but we are now at the edge of this range. So it's going to be very important to watch how price behaves up here. If you look at this view right here, 24.76 has kind of been the edge of this range, and that's about where the market sold off. So that's Thursday's range from the high to low, and right now we're at 76. So this could be a spot, 76, 77, where we could begin to go the opposite side of the road here, back towards 63, 64, 65. Any acceptance above this zone obviously has a retest of the range. So that range is going to be the key range to watch here as we head into the end of the week and next week's trading. So keep an eye on this 76 here. All right, let's take a look at crude oil. Here's crude. We'll bring up a higher time frame. With crude, we've obviously had a very nice continuation to the upside. We've recently pulled back and are now stalling right here about 48, 40 or so. That is the FOMC key level from March 15th. We've pulled back. Prices at or above the previous month's close and high have been rejected so far. We remain in an uptrending market here, but we're kind of still at the upper end of the range, so we may need to see a little bit more of a pullback. I mentioned before, the market can pull back as deep as 47.65, maybe even 47.50, and still be a buying opportunity for bulls looking to defend the trend here. So this is kind of the structure that I'm working off of right now. The market remains bullish, but we may see a little bit more pullback before the next buy opportunity occurs. If that buy opportunity does come off that 47.65 zone, then we'd be looking at 52 as the upside target. So that could be quite a move here of at least four plus handles to the upside on the next major squeeze. So we'll be keeping an eye on this to see how it plays out heading into the weekend as well. If we take a look right now at the NQ, here's the NQ. Again, this one continues to coil up right at the top of the key range here. That's 59.07.5. That's the top of the key range. The bottom's here, 55.50. Midpoint, 57.29. And right now, this is what's happening. We're just right at that edge. Are we going to continue higher and go to the upside expansion targets? Is this thing going to shake out and head back down? You know, it's anybody's bet right now. The overall trend has been to the upside, but we haven't had much of a pullback from these highs. We've got the number now for the NFP report. We'll see how that continues to play out throughout the rest of the day. But continue to watch 59.07.5. I've mentioned before that 59.30 has been rejected. Now 59.40 has been rejected. That tells you that bears are defending there. But if we don't see new lows to pay those bears, the upside buy stops come out. above that zone. So right now it's still anyone's ball game as this thing continues to develop around a major pivot of ours. Lastly, GC. Here's GC. We've seen this thing continue trending higher. We've seen failed new lows lead to at least a day trading buy, but the last couple of times we have not seen this thing push higher. We're now seeing a pullback right into the midpoint of yesterday's range and even below the 2-day lows or right at it. This thing has been trending up for quite some time, and there's only one last little target zone up here, 1300 to about 1290 to reach. We could see that with a little bit more pullback, say into 1260. Any pullback toward 1260 could still be a buying opportunity straight up. But right now the market is very, very quiet, not doing a whole lot at the moment. This could be an absorption period here ahead of next week's squeeze, but again, 1260 is going to be the pivot to watch. All right, that's it for now. Let's see how this plays out heading into the weekend and the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and happy Friday.